KINGZ here.
You think the bitches are great because you're fucking seasonal, nigga? You can't be seasonal. Niggas got this shit's 24 hours a day.
KINGZ. You're listening to the KINGZ podcast with your hosts, Charismatic, Gerby, and Irish O'Neal.
Welcome to the KINGZ podcast. My name is Gerby.
It's your boy Charismatic at Charismatic Me on IG and Charismatic IPE on Facebook.
No plugins yet, just introductions.
I do my plug when I want, bro. I'm a rebel.
No, we could get plugs out of the way and shit if you want.
Okay, go ahead.
What's up, guys? It's Irish O'Neal. Follow me at It's Irish O'Neal on all social media and my podcast, SDC Podcast, every Sunday on YouTube and iTunes. You know what it is.
Emma, wow.
Wow, you looked at her.
Dude,
and said,
man.
Wow,
You can
you're
tell
already
you,
fucking up.
You do, like, you can tell, like,
How Griffin? How you doing?
how Griffin.
very well.
Sorry,
How are
wow.
you?
You want
Off
to plug
the jump.
anything? Your IG? Where you gonna be at? You have any shows?
Instagram is actually Hallie Emma. That's my middle name. So
See,
you
if you were
Oh, so
smart,
you're right. You have right.
if you were smart, you would have played it off
You
like
would've played it
that.
off, right?
I ain't that smart. Plug Cleary's or your monthly show?
oh.
There you go.
Yes.
I got you, I got
I
you.
also run comedy over at Cleary's. It's a once-a-month show.
Great show.
Great
It's a lot of
fucking
fun. It's a
show.
great room. Thank you.
Not a problem.
And I'm Gerby. My Instagram
no,
is
he's not.
funny name Gerby.
Lies.
You can find me on Facebook. I have a show tonight, so we're cutting it close. But it is what we did. The show must go on. At the end of the day, it is what it is. I'm glad you joined us. This is the KINGZ podcast, and what we do here is try to help you young, old, or close to death fellers how to attract women, and then we talk about the male-female dynamic, essentially. And so the first thing we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about the principles. We have 3 principles that we have here. The first thing you need to attract women is confidence. You need confidence in yourself and in your abilities, and more importantly, you need confidence in your sex appeal. Hal, what do you think about what I just said?
I'd have to agree with you. Yeah, confidence. That's honestly, I feel like a guy can get away with a lot of stuff around me as long as he's confident about it. I don't like that trait in myself, but
You hear that,
we're being
KINGZ? Did you hear
honest here.
that, KINGZ?
And wait, hold on. How does confidence look to you, though? Because confidence, I feel like, can look different to every person. I mean, it must look different to women in general. So, for you,
I don't know. See, that's the thing. I don't think confidence, the way it looks to other people, I don't think it necessarily needs to register as different from person to person. What really gets me, confidence-wise, I feel like confidence and sense of humor tie into to each other a lot. Like everybody that I've ever been attracted to, like class clown, like funniest guy to work with, like you know, that kind of person.
Are you hearing that, KINGZ? Are you hearing that?
if you
Yes.
can't make Hal laugh, do not even try.
Well,
Well, you gotta be
also
confident first.
what kind of person also doesn't like to laugh too?
Right,
It's like
right.
I remember one time I talked to a chick and I was like, "Oh, I like stand up," and she's like, "Oh, I can't stand it." Like she like literally was like, "I hate stand up."
Was
like,
that a joke?
No,
Was that a pun?
no.
No?
She was like, "I hate it. Like I don't get it." And I was like, "Okay, serial killer, bye."
One of my friends, when I told her I was doing comedy, she's like, "Ugh, please don't invite me to your shows." And I was like,
Ouch. Okay.
and I was like, okay, why? And she's like, I just hate stand-up. I hate it. I hate watching somebody go up on stage and then try to be funny. I'm like, yeah, it's terrible.
A lot
what the? It's so weird.
There are a lot of
Like,
people that
yeah.
succeed at it.
Right,
You don't have to
this
watch
is-
the ones
right.
trying. You know what I mean?
And there's
She
people
can
that
be
look
a
like
sh-
her that are really good at it too. You know,
Well,
it's
it's,
like,
and it's like so many of my friends
that.
like aren't really into stand up, and so like I remember talking to them, and I was going to like I think it was like Tom Segura or something. They're like, "Oh, you're going to a stand up show?" Like I never thought to like go to a stand up show, and I was like, "You don't want to have like drinks and laugh for an evening? Like what's not fun about that?"
Right.
I don't know. It's weird that a lot more people don't go to stand up shows.
I think maybe just a devil's advocate. I love doing that. I think maybe what it is, it's a little tense for some people, like to go watch somebody try to connect with an audience. Like that feeling, there's no
awkward feeling,
safety
yeah.
net. Like maybe
Gotcha.
something like
Like they're afraid of the chance they go there and it's just
Yeah.
gonna be miserable. Like
Yeah.
yeah, that's fair. That's
Okay.
fair.
It is.
so I think that's more what my friend was saying.
She's squeamish.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, I don't want to watch somebody.
The second principle is masculinity. When we say masculine, we don't mean you rough and tough 'em, bang on your chest type of. Masculinity just means you're independently emotional. You have emotional independence, meaning your emotional state is not dependent on her or her reaction. So you have to keep calm and stay cool. So you have to be masculine. You just need to be keep you cool. So if a girl's not giving you the reaction you want or the signs you want, just stay calm and keep firing. And then, which is the third principle, is social intelligence, sense of humor. Being able to make somebody laugh and play around and things of that nature. And just playfully, you just playful jousting a little bit. So those are the three principles that we talk about. You pretty confirmed some of the things. What did you think about the masculinity?
See, I do disagree with you there. You're saying basically masculinity is that, I don't know, aura of self-assuredness, like confidence in yourself. I'm sorry, can you...
I mean, you're not wrong.
How would you guys...
No, it's just being emotionally independent.
See, I think that's... Because that's not necessarily a masculine trait. That's not a trait I would assign to masculinity necessarily. Like, I think women can be emotionally independent. I think a lot of the times in society, when we say like be a man, like be that's the same thing. We're actually saying like be an adult. Like you tell a guy not to like cry or like throw a tantrum, and you're no, be a man, be a man about this. But you tell a woman like this isn't an appropriate situation to cry. This isn't appropriate to like stuff like that. So I'm not 100. I don't think masculinity. I do think that can be a trait of masculinity, but I don't think it's the definition of masculinity.
Right? No, everything we say is in frame of with the male-female dynamic. When you're talking to a female, you want to be emotionally independent. It's not about, because there's other attributes to being masculine or being an adult. Having integrity, being a person of your word and things of that nature, following through, taking accountability and things of that nature. But we're not trying to teach men how to be men. We're just trying to be how to approach women and the mindset you need to have when approaching them. So that's really the framework we're working from.
Yeah, but I feel like I see where you're coming from. The word choice is wrong.
It's not necessarily wrong, but it's just like I wouldn't necessarily define that as masculinity. But I think when I think of masculinity, I see that the masculine versus feminine or male versus female. Like I think there's such difficult notions to pin down. Masculine, like what does that mean? I always think of like my dad, like who's I guess I'm masculine. He's not like a gigantic, strong, tough guy, but he's like a carpenter. He worked. He was very he lived a very honest life. He was a very honest person. I don't know. He always put us, his kids, ahead of everything else. So I find my dad, he's a super masculine person. He is very much he's not a really feminine, for lack of a better word, but that doesn't necessarily mean I'm not explaining.
No. You see, that's the point I was getting at. You explained it. I thought you did a good choice of. You did a good job of walking it back away from describing it as masculinity and just self-assuredness. You know what I mean? In
the frame of when you're talking to, if you're out there trying to approach women, this is the mentality you need to have as a male. I'm not talking about, we're not defining masculinity in any way.
Yeah, true.
Because in its totality.
No, my thing is, if that's the hang up of this thing, if that's the hang up of it, then self-assuredness, because that's not the argument of it. That's basically the point that we're getting at, right? Mm-hmm. Self-assuredness is basically what you were getting at. You called it masculinity. You know what I mean? So
yes,
So
because we're talking to males a lot of most of the time.
I think that is. Right. Yeah, if somebody
we're masculine,
I could deal with a guy who's I enjoy music, I enjoy sewing, I knit in my free time. Those are my favorite things in the world to do.
Well, it's like a salesman. You want to you're not going to buy something from a salesman if they don't believe in what they're selling.
Right.
Yeah, I guess yeah.
That's the only.
If I'm talking to a guy, I want them to like themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You could be masculine.
I can't deal with guys who hate themselves.
Hal ain't buying you if you ain't buying you.
Could be masculine. You could be masculine while painting, singing, dancing, all those things. It has nothing to do with the activity that you're doing. It's all about the mindset. So all I'm talking about is just the mindset you need to have as the male talking to a female. I'm not talking about. We're not trying to define male in general masculinity.
But I think having described these three
principles.
I think we should roll your first one.
World my first
clip.
So now we're gonna go into King's Roundtable.
Oh boy.
No.
Let's
Don't
make
worry,
this,
don't worry,
let's-
don't
we'll
worry,
go into
don't
this
worry.
first. We could go into this one first.
No, not first.
Wait,
not
was
first,
it this
not
one?
first.
Yeah. No.
No, not that one. Yeah, that one.
That
I thought we're not doing this one.
Why wouldn't we? We just talked about confidence.
Which
This
clip
is
it? This one?
no.
Kirby, which one is it?
Headbutt.
I thought we was gonna do that for Sunday.
Now you got me all fucked up.
Yeah, I said we're not doing that today.
Okay,
so
then run into it.
So then which one are we doing?
Run into the first one.
Let's just do the cringe one then.
Is that? But,
Nah,
but you're still not answering.
just do
Which
the
one
cringe
were you
Just-
talking
just
about?
do the cringe one. Just do.
That's
do
the
that.
one you want.
Cringe.
Okay, you want the cringe one?
Also
this one?
cringe.
Okay.
Cringe. We just
There
went
we
through
go.
a bunch of cringe.
Yeah, it's very non-specific cringe. All right, here we go.
Yes. Come on. Come on, what? It's your
Oh, you're cringing already, Hal.
I'll take a chance when I'm ready.
Why is this being videotaped?
It's for some TV show or something.
Yeah, what TV show is it?
Why you want to cringe more?
I think it's one of those like blind date shows or something like that. Because I know they used to do that thing where it was like the bubbles come out and they're like doing the thought commentary.
I warned ya.
All right, can we talk about the moment it should have been obvious? Already it was obvious he shouldn't have done that. Like right there.
I think. Do you think? It was
Right?
obvious
Yeah.
Like already it's like honestly even before the sigh. The sigh should have been the obvious thing, but it's just like okay. And then it's just like what the fuck?
Here's the thing. At what point in the date was it going well enough that this guy was like, I should go for it? Like, it takes a while to build up to that level of like, I visibly, like, I don't want this. Like,
There's
you
so
don't
many
just,
indicators that you would just
So
know.
many.
Like,
there's so many. And he's like, well, you never know until you try. Like,
it's like it's like it shouldn't have gone past like head. I mean, this is being generous, but like headbutt 1, 2, it's like by then it's like, buddy, like it's just like who like how do you not know? You know what I mean? And then her being like, like no and stuff like that, and it's like he's like, or no, her, and then she had to go like, I warned you, and he's like, yeah, and then tries again. It's just like, what are you doing?
the thing that kind of makes me angry about that clip, she, like, you can tell she's like feels bad. She doesn't want to like, but after one, it's like, get off.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
need
So
to
at
get
what
off.
point do you
will-
say something?
One.
I'm saying,
Okay,
yeah,
thank
one.
you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
That's way too. She's being followed by a camera crew. Like, okay, thank you. Like, she don't want to look like she's like a fucking bitch.
Yeah,
Like, you know, like
yeah,
there's
it's
no
like-
good way to be like, thank you. I'm interested until but he
got to
keeps
9.
Going.
Yeah,
And he
it got
keeps
to-
going because he thinks if he tries more enough, he's gonna wear her down. Like,
I'm sorry. Like after 3, they both become responsible for all the rest of the headbutts. Like he's not solely responsible for the rest of this. After 3, come on now.
after one, I would have been like, thank you. No, we need to. But that's me personally. A lot of people or a lot of women they.
9?
Yeah, if you're feeling uncomfortable enough, yeah, you're gonna like, okay, please, like, please get the hint. I don't want to have to say this. Like, please. Like, it's more that mentality. Yeah, like
Wow.
I've been in situations where I'm like, please, you need to stop touching me. But like, if I say something, like, I'm gonna ruin the dynamic. Like, she's on crimp. Yeah, I'm gonna ruin the social dynamic if I say like, please stop nudging me under the table or like, you know.
Now,
What I mean? Like,
do you feel like that it's that, or it's a safety issue? Like you just feel like it's gonna like make the evening weird, or
I think it's going to make the evening weird. I think she's being followed around by a crew camera
Yeah.
and she knows this is going to go on air and anything she says is going to be like, okay, let's dissect this. Let's see, like she knows it's going to be on air. there is that social dynamic of like, this guy wants something from me that I don't want to give to him. How do I politely tell him I don't want to give it to him? You know, and we are kind of trained to be like, okay, I'll let you down. Like, hey, that's enough. Like, I'm really not interested. Like, maybe later. You know, instead of just being like, get the fuck off me. I would have flicked that guy. Like, I'm so over it at this point. Come on.
You cringed after like the second one. I was
because I've been in that situation where like the guy will not stop touching you and think like if I keep going, she'll have no choice but to fall in love with me. Like that's what some guys think. I don't know. And then I'm on the receiving end. I'm like, please, maybe if I like, I don't know. It's kind of like that possum mentality where you're like, maybe if I play dead, like. The thing will leave me alone that's about to attack me.
Apparently not. It doesn't. It doesn't. It just attacks you more.
It doesn't because of society. I don't know. But anyway, that was my opinion.
Yeah. No, I feel that too because like especially my thing is like things are so like tense now anyways. Like once a chick's just like, nah, like I'm just kind of like, all right, I just don't like, it's like, that's it for me. It's like, why? Because there's definitely like some chicks that do the whole like the playful no thing, but it's like, I don't even want to fuck with that. It's just like, you're either interested or you're not. And then you just leave it at that.
I mean, like the playful thing, like babies know when we're doing like play tickling versus grabbing, like, and you're like, stop it. Like, you can tell the difference. Like, stop.
But that's the thing. I've encountered some chicks that do it, but it's a much more like, oh no, like, and it's like they're testing you though. Like they want to.
Sure?
Yes, because it was like a nah, and then I followed up, and then they were like in, but it was basically just.
Maybe they just got to know you better and then fall in love with your soul or whatever.
In like one night though?
Yeah. I don't know.
Maybe. I mean,
yeah, I know. Once rejected, I ain't going in for more. I'm sorry. That's just me. Just like
I mean,
same also. Yeah. Like not just to like I've gone after somebody and they've rejected me. I'm like, okay, goodbye.
Forever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, good. So forever. Power to you. Like
forever.
The hell am I trying again for?
Once in college, like I gave my phone number to this guy at a party, and he was like, I'm asexual. And it's like.
Ouch.
Got it. And then I saw him in the library like 2 weeks ago. I just walked out of the library. I was like, I'm not having this conversation where we're like, it's nice to see you. Yeah, it's just like, bye.
No, it's not nice to see you. What's nice about it? Like,
so if you get headbutted.
Because he was like a friend of a friend. So I was like, I don't want to do the like friend of a friend. Like, do you have a great time at the party? Like, I didn't want to do that. I just walked out of the library and went home.
Shit.
Yeah. So if you get headbutted, stop it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not. When it's that repeat. Like,
and honestly,
over and over.
honestly, if you're not sure, ask. You're not gonna like. You look stupid headbutting somebody 9 times. You don't look stupid like, hey, is it okay? Or like, is it okay that I'm doing that? You don't look stupid doing that. You just look like you're.
Yeah, it's like we're adults. Just fucking communicate.
So this is after the headbutt. You say that. Like, so
after one, like, hey, I'm sorry about that. Was that okay? Yeah. Okay. You don't need to head it 9 times. Do you want to be the guy that headbutts somebody 9 times?
Let's go for 10.
Oh my god, no. Actually, like my first kiss, I did headbutt the guy.
On purpose?
No.
Oh.
Just went in a little too hard and fast.
Overzealous.
Oh, okay. She likes kisses. She's like,
it's like I'm going for it. Ow. Like, worth it. Okay.
You was the aggressive one. You were the aggressive. Oh, okay.
Sounds very much so. Gerby, what are we doing next?
Just go to the next video.
Which one did you want to do?
All right, let's. We could go into that. Want to talk about? Yeah, you could do that.
This one?
Go to the Deuce Called the Guy Loser. I want to talk about this a little bit.
I can't.
So this video is a dude. They're having an argument, and one is talking about. Seems to be focused more about career, and then the other guy seems to be more focused about family. So let's just go into it. And in terms of masculinity and things like that too, because it segues well to that too.
I'm a loser? You're a fucking loser, but you're 42 years old. Okay. I bought my first Bugatti at 28. All right? By myself. So what the fuck do you have? You have a leased fucking Huracan? Yes. You have a leased fucking Murcielago? Correct. Okay?
Can you pause that?
And a piece of shit already.
Lease everything. don't buy a car. Car is one of the worst investments because as soon as you buy one, it loses its value instantly. Yep. So there's no reason to ever buy a car outright. Just a point to just point that out real quickly.
And like the fact that like you know all this information, that means this guy told you this like I mean, you're the big guy that knows all his personal shit. Like,
right?
Cool, bro.
Like,
I
don't like that either.
I have a wife and 3 kids that I love, and I work for them.
You know what's so great? He's here, right? Where's your wife and your 3 kids? Right? Come on, man.
I FaceTime them every dinner, Christmas.
Exactly. I have a wife and 2.
I'm a piece of shit because I don't own a Bugatti. I'm sorry I don't own a Bugatti. I'm sorry I'm not rich like you. I'm sorry I'm not rich like you.
Are they Canadian?
I gotta think with that sorry. I'm
so
sorry.
Sorry. They could be from the Midwest too.
That's why we're not friends.
Oh, they're Canadian. That line confirmed it for me. That's why we're not friends, bro.
Dude, yes, I don't have a fuck ton of money and I work my face off. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Did he just say face off? He works his face off. Okay, I think. Is that a Canadian thing? Is that something they say?
No, I don't know. Is he talking about the movie Face Off? Like Nicolas Cage and...
I cannot see how that movie would apply to
Yeah, I can't either. That's
you know what? Maybe a little bit, now that I'm thinking about it. Maybe the John Travolta Nicolas Cage dynamic does apply to that.
Nah, the reason why I bring up this clip is like there seems to be 2 paths that you have as a man. Is either you chase your career or you chase family. You could do a mixture of the 2, obviously. So it's not just one or the other. But it was interesting to see that another man was telling another man, this is not the way you're supposed to live your life. That's not, like, you're a loser for getting married and having children and all these different things. And
but he's also married and he has
but he bought a Bugatti when he was 28, so he's doing better than the other guy. Somehow.
You know what that is? It's a miserable drunk guy trying to justify his own misery to somebody. He wants to feel better than somebody else. And he's like, I have this thing, this guy doesn't. Guess what? You don't have a fucking Bugatti? No, I do.
It's also like a weird flex because it's like, oh, you've got a wife and kids. Literally anyone could get that.
I'm sorry. My follow-up question to the Bugatti would be like, how big's your dick?
Exactly. Yeah, that's what that is.
That'd be my exact follow-up question. I'd be like, bro, are you?
You can see it from space, actually.
Bro, nah, bro, just in the opposite direction. like, bro, how microscopic, bro?
Yeah, because I think the point I want with this video is just be righteous whatever path you choose. So whether you choose career or you choose family, you got to be righteous. And when we say righteous, we don't mean religious. It means that it's just your
don't be the
pure
person
of
that
intent.
attacks other men for not having things that you personally, I guess, value. Bugatti, what's a Bugatti?
I wouldn't buy one.
We're all working with different things. Like,
just because I won't buy one, don't mean you can't gift me one. If you want to gift me a Bugatti, I'll take one anytime.
Yeah, but what is success? Like, what is
being happy with what you have? Yep. And he's like, I work a lot, but I have my wife and my kids, and I'm happy that I work to provide. And this guy's like, I have a Bugatti. Like, well, all right.
When he was 28, by the way, he has an old Bugatti.
That's that other like, oh, well, I was able to get it when I was young.
Right.
I definitely didn't have any help doing it.
Right.
You know,
yes.
I'm super proud of that.
Yeah, you don't need a Bugatti to be successful.
No.
That's not what that is. It's like happiness. I think if you could keep the bill collectors away, and then you don't have to stress about when you're going to eat, if you're going to have hot water to wash yourself in, and all these things, and have shelter and a place to sleep, to me, that's success. But then to belittle another man for saying, oh, well, you don't make a great amount of money yearly, I think it's not king like in any way, shape, or form.
There's homeless people that are dating. Like, money doesn't mean anything.
Exactly.
Right. Man. Oh, and also...
homeless and happy.
Also, the other point I wanted to do is you don't need money to be able to attract women either. That's not something. You don't need a Bugatti. Does it help?
No.
Yeah.
It does. With the materialistic ones. With the materialistic ones.
He'll take your Italian
with
car.
With the materialistic ones.
Drive it the fuck up to Canada if you think that's going to impress me.
It won't make it to Canada, actually, to be honest with you. It's a Bugatti. It won't. Yeah,
True.
They're terrible on gas. Breakdown.
He's not wrong.
Now we can move on to the next clip.
Let's get
King's Round Table.
Let's get some sauce on this.
Oh shit, King's Roundtable. All right.
We
already did that.
Yeah,
okay,
no,
sorry.
so
this one
is
then.
the segment.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
This one. By the way, pause it real quick.
Is this Halloween?
This is very nice right here. This is
Cakes.
a very nice image right here.
Yeah.
Very,
oh wait, he's
very,
messing up.
Just leave it where it was at.
Bro, why you have to mess up a great thing?
Yes,
Don't
there
fix
you go.
it.
That's
Don't fix
very
it.
nice right
there you go.
there.
Hal, you enjoying that too?
Yes.
That's nice.
We want all the
Right?
ladies to dress like this for Halloween.
Is it Halloween? That's what I'm asking.
Yes, it is Halloween.
Okay.
This is Halloween.
Every day. Why only Halloween? Why you gotta
every day Halloween.
discriminate
It's cold.
against days?
Halloween
Have
somewhere.
you guys ever worn one of those suits?
I have.
How cold
Really?
is it?
Yeah.
How cold is it?
My cheeks look good.
When it's just that, it gets
Does your
cold.
cheeks get
I don't know.
frostbite?
I've never.
They get frosty.
never
right-
walked
they get-
outside like
They get
that.
frosty right
If
on the
they
under,
don't,
on the under
then
cheek.
it's okay.
You know why? I don't want somebody to grab me, and I don't want to scratch my ass if
See,
I
that's
fall
not
down.
that's not okay. Like, why do people why is that okay for like why do people think that's okay to grab you? Like,
I don't know.
you can't stand back and just admire something. Like, it's already in full view. You can't just stand back. Like, you can't just like you gotta pluck every flower. You gotta pluck every flower. You really gotta.
Some
pluck
guys,
every flower?
Bugatti guy probably.
Like plucks
does.
every single flower. Like, I like that one.
But I will say this: the guy with the Bugatti, this is part what his girlfriend looks like.
You think?
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
I
this
don't.
this model, this
Just-
model,
just
this
to
model.
be honest,
He
just
probably
to be
buys a new one every
I'm just
5
saying,
years. Are you
if we're
serious?
being, if I could be honest, this is
He
part.
probably buys a new one every 5 years. Like, bro, they're
They
only gonna
break
be
down.
they're only gonna be after him for his money, and he's only gonna spend until he wants a new model.
Why do we think Bugatti guy has money? That's the only thing he's bragging about. Is it possible he sank all of his money into the Bugatti?
This is possible. How much
Like
does
a lot of
Bugatti
people
cost?
do that. They're
Millions,
like,
right?
I have the
Hundreds of thousands, almost a million.
Yeah.
No, bro,
Half a
that's
million?
a million. That's
Okay,
a million.
okay.
Because if I had a ton of, I'd be like, I have a fancy car, I have a fancy house, I have a membership to like a fancy.
fancy.
You think it'd be a
Gym.
long list if you were that
I go to
successful,
Whole
like-
Foods. I don't know.
I go to Whole Foods.
Whole Foods.
She's clearly here with somebody. Leave this girl alone. Leave her alone.
Can you pause it right there, please? They said there was some flirting going on.
Wait, between who? This guy and the chick?
between the guy, the
guy that just took the phone
with
call.
headphone, yeah, with
Okay.
the phone. He was flirting with this gentleman's woman.
Okay.
I want to say this right up top before, because obviously there's gonna be some fisticuffs happening. So
What?
There shouldn't be though.
They're not
You
gonna
should
get
never
together.
fight over a woman,
Nope.
ever.
You should never.
It's
Why
never
fight
necessary.
over?
Anyone. Children, I can see you fighting over, especially somebody touch your
Why-
child. I can see
Oh,
Why would-
that's
something
not
like that. Or
fighting.
touch
That's
a woman or
erasing
something like
somebody
that.
from the universe,
but
bro.
if there's no
Okay.
I'm touching.
Yeah, if
Or
they're just
anything like that.
talking,
It's
like,
just talking.
Why would you not want other guys to be interested in your chick? You want to be with a chick that guys aren't interested in?
What?
And dress that
Like-
way.
like-
I mean,
like-
It shouldn't matter.
I'll put it a different way. You
It's-
really think you're
it's-
the only person attracted
it's-
to what you're attracted to?
It's attractive
I don't
to
think
me.
that, but
if other guys want my chick, 'cause I go, oh, my chick, like
He's basically
it
saying
that's
what
like
you're
a
saying.
shade of Bugatti on it. Like you want people to be jealous of the thing you have.
No,
like, who cares if-
no. I don't want them to be. It reminds me like, oh shit, like there's sometimes with my ex, like I would walk like 20 feet. We'd be walking through Boston, right, and I'd walk like 20 feet behind her just to watch other guys like the looks they would give her. I'm like, oh shit, and I'd be like, oh fuck, yeah, that's right, my chick is the shit.
Do you not remember that on your own?
It just reaffirms it and shit. It's like it's a.
Gerby, stay out of this.
I wouldn't want.
Gerby, stay the fuck out of this.
This is jousting. Jousting right now. Okay,
We're
so
not.
jousting.
We're not jousting. I'm just like you.
No, I like
Like-
this. I like this back and forth. It's
like
interesting.
like it's I don't know, it's just like I wouldn't want to be with a chick that nobody wants to be with.
Even if you really loved her.
Yeah.
So you- okay.
I mean, but also the way a guy and chick love each other is different.
What?
Fuck you, cunt. Step in and help me out here.
Okay, so
You fucking assholes.
I
I just want to point out, already everyone thinks I'm an asshole in the scene. And these dickheads say the exact same shit as me, so fuck both these fake cunts. You guys are assholes.
I just want to say is that sometimes men they look at women, their women as possessions. So it's
Yeah,
it's
but-
like having a nice car, it's like
man.
having a
This
Bugatti.
is-
You want people to see my Bugatti. Look at
yeah,
was
but we're
beautiful.
not possessions.
Hold
I
on, hold on, hold on.
Right,
I'm
well,
just
that-
telling
and
you
that's
from
not what
our
I'm
perspective.
saying.
I'm not saying
Guys,
that's what you are.
guys.
I'm not saying that's what you are.
I tried to save you at the beginning, but you kept talking, so I let you. I let you just dig it, bro. I reiterated it for you. I said, you think you're the only person attracted to what you're attracted to. You should have left it at that. You should have. That's the best way of
I'm
putting
an
it.
expert grave digger.
That's the best way of putting it.
I mean, I'm not saying like I wouldn't want to be with somebody who's attractive. I wouldn't want if I were with somebody and I knew other people were attracted to him, fine. If I were with somebody and like nobody was attracted to them, fine.
See, the fact that you found them attractive means that someone else possibly could find them attractive.
Great for them.
You know
They're
what I'm
with me.
saying? Boom.
It doesn't
That's
matter.
It. Exactly.
No, but all of this is just like I think they call it window
watchers.
window shopping. That's all it is.
I
No
mean-
one's coming in to make any purchases.
The equivalent for me at least in the instance of the chicks I've dated so far is like the equivalent is me like flirting with other chicks, and it's not like that it's going anywhere, but like she wants to see and know that like, oh, other chicks also find you attractive too. Like it's a reciprocal thing. At least in my experience.
I think that's a
So can I ask you a question? Can I ask
yes.
you just one question?
Yes.
Do you think when a guy has women around him, does that bring other women's attention to them?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. It depends on the person. Like it's gonna vary from person to. I have met women who are like, I'm so into like. There's always guys that are like, girls like me, and the more girls like me, the more
Other
girls like.
Do you believe in pheromones?
No.
Like human pheromones?
I mean, to an extent, but I don't
What
think they
extent is
control
that?
and rule it. I mean,
Well,
like we all have our
cover
own.
our pheromones for the most part with like deodorant and
some.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
We're the only like
Cologne
animals that
and- yeah, we're the only
don't
ones.
like our
Yeah.
own scent.
Yes, we're the only ones. Yeah, we're the only ones.
Like I.
Well, I don't know.
Actually, they
Actually,
say-
that's a lie. I mean, have you seen men sometimes when they're like, I'm sorry if I'm around a girl that I'm attracted to,
That's
and
just a musty guy. That's just a musty guy.
I said a girl that I'm attracted to.
I'm
You
talking
said it's
about
a musty guy.
Same thing. It's the same person.
All I'm saying.
Are you trying to tell me something about me,
I'm
Gerby?
not saying anything.
You trying to tell me
I'm not
something about
saying
me,
anything.
Gerby, man?
You're a very beautiful,
Oh, man, I don't know
person.
what's going on.
But all I'm saying is that she's right. We're the only ones that actually cover. Actually, they actually scientists believe that if we didn't do all that, that you'll be able to find a partner a lot faster.
Yeah, because everybody
they wouldn't smell you essentially.
Yeah, most people wouldn't like it, and the one that like it would.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot
I mean,
easier.
some people are into it.
No, some
But-
would be.
Yeah.
Some would be.
But like
Every
everybody
person
wouldn't
is
attract
different.
it. Like a guy might be attracted to your face, but you smell, you'd be like, yeah, I can't deal with that. You
Yeah,
know, walk
I
away
can't deal with
instantly. You'd be
musky
like,
girls.
yeah, you know.
musky girl. No.
And then you get like Craigslist guys that are like, as long as you haven't showered in 5 days, I don't care what you look like.
Yo,
I
That guy
will
exists.
buy your underwear. I
That
will
guy
buy your
exists.
underwear
Can we
as
finish?
long.
Can we finish seeing?
Yeah.
we are a desperate breed sometimes.
Oh, jousting. That's what you was trying to look for to put the drop for the jousting.
Did you want me to drop?
Yeah, that was a jousting between the two. Yeah.
Yo, how about the freestyle on this shit?
Gerby's so excited for all the new drops.
Yeah, I want to hear all of them. Okay. Jousting. Because they get on the horse and then they have the shield and then anyway. All right. Okay. Never mind. That was corny. Anyway, moving on to our next King's Rounds table. Continue. Oh no, let's finish watching the video. I forgot about this video. It's not done yet.
Yeah, guys throw his hands.
Yes.
Throws hands.
Throwing
I like the way she
hands.
says it.
Sorry.
Throws. No, what are you saying about? Oh, she
Whenever
bad,
a man
though.
takes his jacket off, it's gonna be a
She
fight.
bad, though.
Oh, she's
For
very
me, it's
nice.
the glasses. When the glasses
Take
come
the
off,
gloves
it's a
in.
problem.
Bro, she's saying stop. Oh, he's spanking.
Yo,
let it-
hang on.
Oh.
I gotta get that slap.
Oh
in,
no,
I'm
bro,
sorry.
that probably. I'm sorry, bro. My childhood came out. I was with a belt, right? I felt that was with a belt, right? I think that was with a belt.
I don't know what that was. I don't know
I
what
think
that
you
was.
just slapped
Did
it.
your
No,
par-
that was a belt.
No, that was a belt.
That was a
Did your
belt.
parents used to snap the belt?
Bro,
Yeah,
bro,
dude. When you heard the sound and you
bro.
knew it was on.
Bro.
Oh shit, dude.
Bro,
Wait, dude, that's a belt, right?
that's
Right.
a belt, though. That's
No.
a belt.
Oh.
That's a belt, bro. That's it. Oh damn, it's on the floor right now. And dude, this
Oh, small guy's
double
gonna
your
win.
Size,
Yo,
though.
Alec, I hope you're watching this.
Small guy's gonna win.
he
I
is.
can already tell.
He is. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. Oh.
He doesn't have great defense though.
Neither of these guys can fight, by the way.
No,
It's just
neither.
Yeah, someone's gonna get lucky, bro. One of them is gonna get real lucky.
This is not proper form, by the way.
No.
Yeah, that is proper form if you want to get punched in the face. What? He saw that in Street Fighter.
Oh!
Alec, you made me. I hope you're
Oh,
jizzing your pants right
guillotine.
now. I hope you're jizzing your
Oh,
pants
that's
right
game, baby.
Go gadget black man. Come in and try to save the day.
Oh, he hit. Oh,
he's a tiny man.
Oh, come on, man.
He probably weighs 100.
Yo, you should be checking on your girl right now, bro. You saw him push your girl, right? Dude, you really.
Wow.
Shades of Bugatti, like.
Yeah, shade. Yeah, it's pretty much. It's just,
Hashtag Shades of Bugatti.
The little guy still got that.
By the way, that's the name of the episode. By the way, Shades of Bugatti.
Shades of Bugatti. Yeah, we'll change it to that.
50 Shades of Bugatti. No.
50 Shades of good. Yeah, the little guy still lost the fight, but he still, fought
Solid
in his
fight.
girl's honor.
Yeah. Shout out Alec Adams.
He got a nice
Solid.
reverse choke.
Poor-
for like
he's
2
not even
seconds.
here, don't
What-
make fun
You
of
do jiu-jitsu. How was that? Did that look good?
He looked good when he got flipped over and reversed and put the guy in the headlock, and then he let go of it and he fucked himself.
Yeah.
Yo, he should have cut his losses, and when his girl got pushed, taking that as his way.
What
his
a
segue
soldier,
out
by
of
the way,
you know,
for getting involved, but
bro.
also shouldn't get involved.
She had no idea what she was doing.
Yeah,
but
shouldn't have gotten involved, but God
but-
bless her for getting involved.
Yes.
That's
Would you jump into a fight?
Yeah, I have jumped into, not with.
What?
Yo, how's
I
a ride or die?
Oh,
Yo,
shit.
how's a ride or die? How play? I carry knives, bitches.
I got pepper spray in my purse.
Oh, yo, I don't fuck with Hal at this moment.
No, it wasn't with somebody I was dating. It was at work at the bar I was working at, and this guy and this girl were coworkers. They got drinks together after work, and they've been drinking for hours. And yeah, to be fair, they were pretty flirty with each other. But I was standing next to them at the bar area. I was waiting for a drink, and the girl's boyfriend runs in, like charges in. This kid sitting at the bar, he wasn't able to turn around before this guy punched him so fucking hard. He lifted him off his chair. It was like some Superman punch. Like, he just lifted him off his chair. Like, he hit him. One of my other coworkers, he told me he started running out the door because he thought it was a gunshot. Like, it was so loud. Broke his nose immediately. You see his brain, and he just starts like punching the shit out of him. And I was like trying to get in between, and I think I made it worse because I pushed the guy's shoulders away. So he ended up just kicking the guy who'd fallen to the ground. So he was kicking him, and I was like, I can't shoulder and foot at the same time.
Shit.
And then the police came, and they did a way better job than I did. But yeah, I have tried to stop a fight before. I didn't help, but I have tried.
Should have thrown a right hook. You would have been confused. You would have been like,
A for effort. A for effort. A for effort.
I think that, like me throwing up, but I'm not a fighter.
no, but it's
like
enough to
getting-
confuse.
Maybe. I don't know. Well, I was trying, and he was just like, no, switch motion. He beat the shit out of this guy within probably 15 seconds. And like, that was...
Was
Sometimes
that
that's
cool?
all it
Did you
takes.
like that he beat that guy in 15 seconds?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I did not. I
Alright,
felt so bad for this kid.
Oh, that's too bad.
Like, the girl, like, she was acting kind of a little immature about it, but she was kind of laughing. She's like, oh my God, it's crazy, right? And the bartender's like, no, you fucking bitch. Like, I felt bad for her. Like, everyone was like, she's a fucking bitch. If she hadn't been, like, out drinking with her coworker, her boyfriend wouldn't have had to come in and beat the shit out of this guy. And, like, other people, like, oh, well, the guy at the bar, he shouldn't have, like, been out with some guy's girl. He should have kept his head on a fucking swivel if he's going to go drinking with somebody's girl. And I was like, what about the guy that punched another guy so hard he broke his nose and, like, flipped it? And they're like, well, that's his woman. Like, you know, it's just, yeah.
Yeah, you don't get ownership.
Yeah,
of people.
if anything, you should just thank the guy who did you a favor.
Like,
Which one?
I mean, like why? Like if I was with a chick and I found out she was like going out with some other dude or whatever, I'm not gonna get mad and get in a fight. It's like, oh, thank you. Now I can go give my time to someone else. Because like a time is like
Take
time
the
is like the
loss.
most valuable thing to a dude.
Well,
Yeah,
like,
but
it
you don't need
doesn't-
to
we
fight
haven't
the
even
guy.
established
I don't
anything's
like when guys
happening
do
yet.
that when they find their women.
She just set out to
cheating and
drink.
they-
It was
That's
great.
all she
It wasn't
knows.
even like
You're saying when they
fisticuffs,
fight?
like fight me outside. We're gonna do all of it. It was a fucking
come in.
sucker punch
Yeah,
attack
right.
to
Yeah.
end.
Yeah,
And
you
he
don't like to do
sucker,
that.
but he did it from behind, so this guy had no chance.
Oh, okay,
well,
so-
that's
You know what I mean?
that's just a weak
Yeah, he's
insecure
big.
dude,
Yeah,
is what it
just-
is.
big
Sure
guy.
guy.
And I was
Yeah.
talking to the girl after, and she kind of, I don't know, she kind of lost it later. And I was like, she was crying, and I was like, you know, you need to break up with him, right? And she's like, I don't know what to do. And I was like, you need to
'Cause
break
they probably
up
do
with
the same
him.
thing. She's
exactly. I'm
scared,
like,
yeah.
what are you gonna do? Like when he is mad at you, like he's mad at this guy right now. Like,
Yeah, that's not a
insane.
king's
I've seen
mindset.
a lot of bar fights. And none of them have been impressive. There's not one where I can like go. There's not like you just
So
look
he's sloppy.
stupid.
It literally looks like kindergarten like fights and shit.
It looks
It's so
like
dumb.
kindergarten. Yeah, like little kids fighting on a plate. Like you're acting like little kids. That's what you're doing.
No one's
Yo,
coordinated. It's so
At
sloppy.
best, you're a little kid. At worst, you're being a super violent like
Real
asshole.
quick,
Yes.
let's talk a little comedy. How about y'all think
Oh, I
about
do.
that?
Oh, are we
funny?
going to
Yeah,
my
let's go.
favorite
Look,
study of all time?
Let's go.
Oh, hell yes.
Oh, you want to close it out with this?
Why
Okay.
not? I think this is a beautiful.
Whose fireball is
let's-
this?
Yeah, let's just
Oh,
close
me?
it out
You
with
want
this.
some?
This last
Yeah,
piece.
let's
Do it
Go
up.
ahead, do
Take it. Let's discuss this study.
She's like, I'm gonna need a shot for this.
Sponsored by Fireball. I like that they used a Kevin Hart image.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank
well,
you so much.
Pretty irrelevant. Like, is there a reason to that, or is it
Yeah,
just
why? Because he's the
To
biggest
stick it
comedian
to
in the
women
world.
even harder.
I think because he's the biggest comedian on the planet right now
think?
currently.
mainstream guy?
Mainstream,
huh?
yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, yeah,
that's why I think that's the
that's
reason why
fair.
they used him. I don't think it means that. Yeah,
I think
but
they went to Google image comedian and,
and
then
then
they
saw
put
this guy first, right?
male comic happy.
Yeah, yeah.
First one, go. Because I don't think the people doing this study really have a sense of comedy.
Yeah, male
No, not at all,
comic,
not at all.
married, and a Rolex. That's what they. That's what
Yeah,
they-
yeah.
That's the other thing they look for. Also, very
That's a rare
successful.
comic.
That's
a
a very rare comic. He's doing really well. Better than 99% of comics, which is fine. So let's talk about it. The study says men are funnier than women. That's what the study
So-
claims. So
What they did, I read through it. I think what they did, they had a caption contest,
Yep.
and they'd have a guy write a caption, and then a girl write a caption, and then they'd submit these two separate captions to an audience without telling them the gender of the person, and they'd select which caption was funnier, because nothing is the pinnacle of comedy quite like the New Yorker caption contest.
You know it.
Yeah. And then 63% thought that the male written ones of this study of like 28 people
right.
thought. So 28 people thought that 63% of the time men wrote better captions on cartoons than women, and now I have to see this fucking study in my Facebook feed every single day with a bunch of like unfunny male comics who are like, knew it all along. See,
So
science.
Let's talk about some of the. I want to bring this into.
I'm not naming any names.
Charismatic posted this on
You did
Facebook.
post it, but you were like, thoughts. What do you think? I'm not.
you
This
have
isn't an
thoughts.
attack.
So
on
what?
You.
I want to
no,
ask you. What was your thoughts? What was the reasoning for you posting this in the first place?
Well, me personally,
He's a shit stirrer. What do you think?
Well,
Come
that
on.
too. But
Me
let's-
too.
It's fun.
I saw that and I was like, comments.
Yeah.
I mean, who am I
Guys.
gonna be mad at?
Yeah, right.
I'm an asshole, man.
Right.
Like, I literally posted it with the caption thoughts. Like I knew it was gonna stir a shit storm. But at the same time, I don't think a study like this need exist.
Yeah.
And that's my opinion on it. I don't think it needs to exist. Because you know my take on anything. I think that the top 100, regardless of anything, should be able to,
Be represented.
represented.
As the
period.
best, yeah, as the best.
As the
Right,
best.
yeah.
So I'm not caught up in the numbers or anything because it's the unique. The top 100 is unique already. You know what I mean? So I'm not caught up in a number game. The unique, you can't get caught up in how accurate your count of unique amount of people is. That's not accurate to begin with. I mean, a new one's born every millisecond. I don't even know. I don't know. I thought it was there are way too many angles to come at it from for it to be as dynamic as it needs to be.
There's no information giving. I mean, I think it's from England. It's from BBC News.
Do they even find things funny over there?
They-
I don't know.
They have
Yeah.
sense of humor at least.
I know, but is it just like?
I think that's where Monty Python came from.
It's also
I
just
don't
such a
even know.
weird thing.
Oh,
to
you
do.
love
Like,
Monty Python.
That's the method for which
You
you
would.
chose to judge comedy is like
Yeah.
captioning stuff. Like,
Exactly.
Well, the sample size is too small, and the problem with comedy or it's subjective.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's preference based.
Yes.
Anyway.
What was the audience? Was it split down the middle, or was it mostly? I do feel like a lot of men, they're going to respond to male-driven comedy, for lack of better phrase, and
No, you're
women,
not
they're
wrong.
probably going to connecting with your audience if you
Yeah.
share this. Yeah. Anyway.
Like I have,
No, you don't have to defend that. That makes
I have
sense.
a dark sense of humor,
Yeah.
and when I hear people doing dark stuff, I laugh sometimes, regardless that no one else is laughing because that's
Yeah.
my sense of humor. But the goal of comedy is not to get me to laugh; it's to get the room to laugh. So because of that, it's not going to hit everybody the same or exactly the same because once again, comedy is it's so subjective. What's funny and what's not funny. The fact is, it's just there's no point of trying to figure out which one is which. Okay, my friend just showed up to the show. Okay, anyway, but the point is the study's stupid. Okay. Anybody else have any thoughts or anything like that? Or you?
No, I agree. I think it's kind of like an irrelevant study. It's I that's not the. I just don't get the point of it, really.
Right.
The parameters needed to actually make this a fair study are impossible to actually come by.
Yeah.
Right.
So why does this exist?
So unfunny male comics can go like, I knew it all along.
I mean, it's awesome.
Prove it.
It's awesome
I
to
read
watch
so
people
many
go
comments
crazy
that were
about
like,
this.
well, I don't understand what's wrong with acknowledging that men are on average funnier because of like socialization and like they're just more confident and more funny, and just women aren't raised that way. They're just not like that.
This is literally a concept I never considered before becoming a comic. Literally, that men are funnier than women. No, if you made me laugh, you made me laugh. That was it.
I've seen it.
I've never thought about anything else. Why is this a thing?
And then we were discussing, you and I were discussing this a few weeks ago, where we were talking about like
influences, right? Yep.
And I said, and I feel guilty, and I don't feel like I have a ton of female comic influences, and I think that's
whoa. Wait a minute.
Yeah, I know, but the famous ones, they're a lot fewer and far between than other ones. Like,
right.
Of course, I can't just list every single female comic that I've listened to. I've enjoyed some of them, but if we're going for true influences overall, I've definitely listened to more male comics. I've definitely absorbed more of what they say, so I'm gonna. And that doesn't mean I'm looking specifically.
Yeah, and that also doesn't mean you're internalizing your misogyny either.
Yeah,
I hope not. I don't want to.
I just want to throw that out there. Is that the truth is, like, if you when
it's like saying one is better doesn't really like make sense because it's subjective. I think that I do kind of think guys have more of a reason to be funny,
right?
Because it's like, what I mean, like a guy kind of needs to be funny on a like I don't know if you want to say like a hunting level, but in terms of like trying to attract chicks, like it is like an attractive trait for a guy to be funny. I don't think like a woman doesn't need to be funny to attract a guy, but that doesn't mean that women aren't funny.
I don't know. I remember just growing up, like I was always like pretty heavy, just really awkward, like I was just saying. And are you okay?
You dying over there? Well, then go change it, you fucking goober.
They're referencing people that are
not in a while.
Fucking camera. Forget you, bro. Professionalism, Irish.
It happens.
Okay, I can't do this because I'm wearing my dress, but like once I was like,
okay,
my favorite joke. No, I can't. I'm wearing a dress. But my favorite joke in high school.
Don't get canceled, charismatic.
Was she like, she can't physically. She can. It's possible.
Any guy I liked, if I liked you, I would bring up my shirt and I would go, "You like bagels?" And that got a lot of attention. So I'm like,
good attention, awesome. Bad attention. Like
they laughed, and that's always been my in. Is like if I can make somebody laugh, like that's.
But did that lead to anything though? Like did that
one guy
was into that.
I chipped away at that one for a while.
So wait, you're a hunter? You go hunting your prey?
Kind of had to.
Where?
Nobody was buying what I was selling for.
Yeah, did you hear that, Kings? They have to.
I love it. They have to hunt sometimes too. So
not really good at it, but she went after him anyway.
Come here, I'm gonna get you.
I'm gonna chip you away. Tomahawk.
That means she used 17 traps to catch this guy, and the last one worked.
So basically, what you're saying is you headbutted this guy 10 times.
Right. No, 10 times.
Oh no, I wasn't like. I wasn't like being. I was just like, hey, let's be friends. Let's be friends a lot, and then
let's be friends. Hey,
and then he just like,
no, we were friends.
Right, we could be
back
friends.
In high school, we were friends for a while, and then like I finally got to date him. The
you heard
summer
that, guys?
before he went to college.
Was that your choice or his choice? Like who broached the subject of like let's go be friends?
You did. She said got to date him. Got to.
Yes.
He said yes.
You gotta have that mindset, fellas. You know what I'm saying?
You're a catch.
We're the
fellas.
Catch.
We're a catch.
We're the catch.
We can also be a catch.
Right.
Yes.
Yep.
So if a girl tried to headbutt you 10 times, she likes you.
No, if a girl tries to headbutt you and you're not into it, you also have the right to say, "Don't do that." That's yeah.
No, I'm fine with that. I'm absolutely fine.
Also, say no if a girl's doing that to you.
I enjoy being assaulted by. a lot.
Well, I told you that story about there was a time a chick had come over for some, of course, adult activities, we'll say, and then wanted to stay over, which is against what I usually am okay with. But I was like, it's late. All right, you can stay over. And then woke up in the middle of the night to this chick riding me no condom, and of course I was like, get off, because horrifying, like. That could
that's really not
right.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was like,
children.
I went, you gotta go. I was like, you gotta go. Bye.
There's a lot.
Right. That's your life.
No, I gotta
stop.
I need to be conscious.
You guys, that's rape.
Yeah.
Yes.
None of you guys said that. None of you guys said that.
Why? Of course, that's obvious. That's an obvious thing to say.
Then why did we say it? Why did we say it?
You just said it.
Yeah, I know. It took me you guys said a whole bunch of other shit before I had.
Yeah, but I was thinking about all the consequences of all the bad things that's be happening in that moment.
Bro,
Number
first off,
one,
it's rape.
AIDS possibly.
That is
herpes possibly.
Rape.
Yes.
Yes, but all those other things you have forever. Rape. Okay. Okay. I'm joking. Don't cancel it.
There goes SNL for Derby.
Just joking. Okay, it was eventually gonna come out. I'm joking. That's not good.
Man,
it's horrible. It's horrible.
No,
Either way, you
back
to.
That's fucking no. That's gross.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, I was like, bye. You gotta go.
Yep.
Ladies,
right
Irish O'Neal may need a hug. He's been through some tough times.
Yes.
Been through some trying times.
I've seen some shit.
Yes.
There's a reason I tell jokes about banging MILFs and chicks in front of homeless people on stage. I'm not exactly wholesome.
Right.
I'm broken.
None of us are you okay?
Yes.
He's missing a couple of parts.
Okay.
Well, this has been the King's Podcast.
Yep. We'd like to thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, Hal, for being horrified and not canceling us while
No, I'm not canceling to you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
And
is
Hal,
fine.
just remember, you can do whatever you want.
No, I can't.
You can do whatever you want, Hal. Okay?
She just said no.
I can't do what I can't rape somebody.
So let her.
You can do it. You can, but you don't do that.
No.
Don't force inspiration.
I'm not trying to force it.
I feel like we're ending on such a negative note.
No, it's not negative. I'm trying to let you know that you can
Thank
do
you.
anything.
No, I understand the sentiment. Thank you very much. We can all do whatever we put our minds to.
There you go.
We can all be successful in our own ways without Bugattis.
Yep.
There you go. Call back.
Yeah, call back.
There you go. There you go.
There you go.
And just we're all not Canadian, and I think we should all be grateful for that.
Yes.
Right?
God bless. Amen.
Amen to that.
We don't say sorry, stupid.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Fucking assholes.
Okay, we say
Sorry, we're not friends.
Yeah, build the wall up north.
Stupid.
Wow.
We say a lot of other things stupid though.
All right, that's the King's Podcast. Love you guys. Please come back. We'll be back up soon. Thank you for rolling with us.
It's been your boy, Charismatic
Gerby.
Irish O'Neal.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks for having me.
And Hal Griffin.
She didn't want her name on it anymore. She's like, no.
Right, it's spelled up in the corner. YouTube.
Okay, so I watched your last one today.
They corrupted its symbolism to make you blind. They don't want you motivated to take the top. They want you down here as a hopeless slave to the day you die. It's time for your cheat check, nigga. Welcome to the gangbang dungeon. Shit ain't safe. If your chain hang, the jailers gon' snatch it. Even the warden stay straight thuggin'. White boys bloodin'. Black CIA agents corrupted. Flying cocaine planes hustling. Banks stay smuggling funds from the public for the turf war against A-Raps with AKs bustin'. Oil fields flooded. Block boys searching for ways out. Rapping the kid day name buzzing. Confederate flag rhetoric terrorizes minds of an awkward white young and KKK loves it. Shit is disgusting. Are you sure this the place you won't be locked up in? When your heart's pumping fast from combat with the roughest, you sure you can keep your brain from crumbling? Keep instruction. Killers is cold, man. You probably got a bitch for soul, you fuck nigga. You way too humane for this place. Even the Vatican got a bank full of francs for his ways. The Pope's just another G hogging his block. So would you put your money to? Let me come to your spot. Let me see what's all up in your socks.